Broadcasting live from upstate New York, a technology talk show that puts you and your questions first. It's Tech Talk Live.
Yeah, baby, it's Tech Talk Live, coming to you live from upstate New York. I'm Flipper.
I'm JJ.
And we're talking about computers.
Woo! We are a call-in technology talk show, broadcasting live from upstate New York.
Yes, sir.
And if you have a call, or just want to talk about what we're talking about, or just say hi, give us a call at 315-220-0692, or you can reach out to us at an email at
techtalkliveny@gmail.com.
threw you off there.
Yeah, just a touch. I gotta admit, we're just a touch behind, I guess.
Get a little technical errors.
That's okay. Technical errors are okay once in a while,
right?
You know.
Just firing up the iPad here. I had to reset it. So,
wow. I got, it's so weird. I got one ear and not the other.
Yeah, it seems like I got my right's missing, it seems like, as well.
Your right's missing as well, huh?
That's what it seems like, anyway.
Let's see. Stereo, yep. Nah, well, we'll have to figure it out here. There we go. How's that?
Hey,
does that sound better?
That sounds a lot better.
The kitty cats. We're gonna talk about a little story here. Did you hear about Oscar?
Fill me in.
Oscar evidently decided that he wanted to get up in the ceiling.
Oh, I did hear that.
Yeah. So he climbed up into the utility room across the pipes somehow.
Wow. Into
the wall, and then fell through, or almost fell through, but knocked down 2 ceiling tiles right above us here. And everything was a mess here. Not even, 2 days ago.
Wow.
So
knocked the studio right offline almost.
Yeah, pretty much. So
gotta love it.
It happens. He's a funny cat. Not only does he type, but he's also a mountaineer.
He's just wanted to get his research done, and we weren't paying attention to him.
Yeah, there you go, right?
He had an article he wanted to write.
He has it almost done, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was at the computer last night for a little while.
I see he's must be sleeping. He must,
late night is right. Catnip all over the place. So anyway, we're a computer talk show. We talk about your computers. We talk about your computer news. We talk about Apple. We talk about PC. We talk about Windows. We talk about technology in general.
Right.
This week I got a bunch of stuff on, dads and grads.
Dads and grads.
I thought that was so funny last week when you started doing that. And just, we got Father's Day coming up, and, there's definitely a little gift guide that I got going there.
Nice. I just want to touch base on what you thought that problem, the computer problem, was this morning that one of our listeners typed into you about.
Oh, the one on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, hijacked. It literally just hijacked. It's been fairly commonplace for the last 5 years for virus writers and malware writers to write pretend antiviruses, pretend security software, pretend applications to get their software onto your computer and then hijack it. Right. And what they'll do is
what was her original problem again?
The original problem that sparked it off was all her icons and all the applications were converted, or the file association was converted so that it would only open in Notepad. So, she had a bunch of links on the desktop, and all the links in the start button would only open in Notepad. So it was just these gobbledygook Notepad openings.
Wow.
So she couldn't really go nowhere. She couldn't go to the internet. She couldn't, just do anything. And of course, one of the first things that was popping up on there was a PC warning that says you have 500 and some odd errors, and if you just type in your credit card number here, we'll fix it for you.
Oh, yeah, that's usually not good.
And that's a hijack. That's your basic hijack. And I saw, when I finally got in remotely, I saw 4 or 5 different pieces of software in there that were hijackware. So this computer's pretty
locked up.
Yeah,
but not good.
So what we got to do now, if you get hijackware, sometimes you can stop it before it gets in there. Usually what happens is you go to a web page or a website, and it makes a pop-up, and it says your computer's infected with whatever, blah, 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 and it'll have a close button inside the window, but then you have the close button outside on the pop-up. A lot of people hit that close button on the inside. Yep, snap, you got it.
Yep.
And then it downloads it automatically, puts it into your computer, makes it start up, and it starts doing the dirty work immediately. If you don't click on it, another way to do it is do Alt F4. So you hit Alt F4 as many times you kind of get right out of wherever you're at. Usually that hijack-ware won't come on. So, so it's very possible to get it. The problem is that it's very devastating. I mean,
easy fix or not an easy fix?
Not an easy fix. Usually,
reloading the system.
Usually you get to that reload part pretty quick. I really think the computer from this morning is almost to that point because
nothing where you can go out and grab something offline to try to fix the virus.
Not really. It's really one of those things where you, like when I was working on one before, I spent probably an hour tracking down all the different places it put itself.
Oh.
So it would load back up next time you launch the computer. I don't know how many times I rebooted that computer, probably 20, if not 30. And I finally found all the places, got the software off of there, but the payload was already there. They already did the damage, which was changing the file association. And then what this other one did was it even hid everything on the computer. So when you looked at your C drive, it was empty.
Oh.
So you had to go look at hidden.
Surprise.
Yeah, right. You had to go take and open up your Snap, your Windows settings and view all your hidden files and system files. Then you could see everything. And then the fix for that was tedious as well. So I actually got that computer actually up and running after about an hour and a half, 2 hours, but it would have probably been just as fast just to reload.
Wow. So
I'm pretty sure that's probably what we're looking at here now with this is the fact that this computer coming in is probably going to be same concept. It's probably going to be one of those ones where it's just going to be just as fast. Just hit the reload button, let it run, set it back up, do a few quick things, and then here you go. Merry Christmas. It's just like you bought it brand new. Don't go to the sites that you've been going to.
Yeah, right. Welcome to Staples. No, just kidding.
I got a bone to pick. I got a bone to pick with Staples. I really do. And they should sponsor the show, but after I say this, they probably never will. I love the idea of the Easy Tech, and I like that they take normal everyday Joes and Jills off the street, give them some training, and call them an Easy Tech. Okay? Yeah.
It's like calling me an Easy Tech.
Right. Well, you are Easy Tech.
Technically, he says.
I love you. And
love you, man.
And Staples, it's fine that they do that because, okay, it's going to hopefully bolster our very thinning technical community.
Right.
And what I mean by that is there's really not that many in this area, the central New York, upstate New York area that I would consider techs or technical or, even on the verge of tech kind of savvy.
Right.
A lot of people are gadget heads, which are great. I love hanging out with gadget heads because they know everything about every little gadget that you can get for your phone, for your iPad, for your Android.
Kind of sounds like me a little bit.
Well, right. I would consider you like a tech / gadget head. I mean, you're not quite like my level of tech, I would say. I'm not tooting my own horn, but
I know the basics.
You know the basics. You know how to get from point A to B, and you can talk it. You can actually talk with me about it, and we sound
somewhat
interesting. Interesting, yes. But I was talking to one of the Easy Techs one time, and this person had brought their laptop up to them. They brought it back. They brought it to me. And I look at it. I go, "This is like Tech 101," So I said, well, who did it up there? Do you know who? And they told me.
Right.
So I went up there and brought the laptop with me and the person. And I just said, listen, you already charged them $80, okay? For a $20 fix, okay? Here's the problem. You fix it. I'm showing you the problem. It helps educate you. Have a good day. Somebody said, well, you're just being a jerk. I'm not being a jerk. I just think that if you're going to have Geek Squad or Easy Techs or, you're going to be in business for computer repair.
Right.
Give
them a little more training.
A little more training. And, if you're not getting Basics 101, I don't think you should be in it.
No. Probably shouldn't be there.
I've seen a lot of enthusiasts that have gone out and become technical. They took the initiative and said, yes, I want to learn this and I want to learn it right. And I'm going to learn all the different things.
Right.
And they've become very good techs. I'm not going to say that you can't become a very good tech, but some of the stuff just, I mean, like the Google text that annoys me. That just annoys me to no end. I mean, granted, I use Google too, but these people use Google for every little thing. Well, geez, I don't know how to fix your email problem. Hang on. Let me see. Let me go look at Google.
Right.
They spend hours researching it on Google, doing all these possible things, and if they just knew Basics 101, they would have not done 3/4 of that.
Right.
And done the right fix the first time. The SMTP server was wrong.
Have a good day.
Right.
Right.
And that's I think one of my biggest pet peeves.
And I've know somebody out there who had an experience with Staples where they just referred them to the wrong equipment that they want, wrong technology that they want. And, they got it home and it wasn't doing what they wanted, and they paid X amount of dollars, and they're like,
wow.
I got this geek support from Staples that told me that this is what I needed, and
right.
It's not.
And it's not, right?
So,
well, I think that's always the buyer beware with any type of technology. I mean, I've even bought bad things. I mean, one of the laptops I bought recently, probably a year ago, 2 years ago, I bought it for being, it was a Gateway. Mm-hmm. Now, I had talked to these Best Buy salespeople. I even talked to the Geek Squad people up at Best Buy and Victor. I don't care if they're name by name at this point.
Right.
I spent an hour and a half. Brent, B was just kind of like, just let's go. Just buy it. Go. Let's go. I don't want to. Yeah, right. I'm like, no, there's got to be something wrong with this, because there's a reason why this is the way it is. Come to find out, it was a laptop that was brought back in. They said that there was nothing wrong with it. It was sold again, brought back in.
Oh.
They fixed it, supposedly, by changing the video card driver. Uh-huh. Now, a year later, after B never really used it, didn't like it, and we eventually got a different laptop for her, the Big S, started playing with it, and come to find out, the video card's still shot. They never replaced it.
Wow.
I was just like, oh my God, $600 laptop, and they just would not.
It's like putting a used car out to the front line for sale and not fixing anything before you put it out on the front line.
Right. Like you got a bad air filter or air handler, and it's got a crack in it.
Rusty brake lines or something.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll fix it if you buy it.
Yeah, right.
Why do I want to buy it? I don't even want to test drive it.
Right. Yeah, right. So I think that's one of my biggest pet peeves. If you're gonna be in the business and you're gonna do this, you really got to have that exceptional support. And I'm not saying it has to be perfect, but
step up and do it right.
Yeah, we all make mistakes, but at least step up and do it right.
Correct. And don't lie about it.
Right. I mean, don't put it back out on the shelf just because you think, hey, this is all right.
If you're gonna put it back out on the shelf, just say, this is what's wrong with it.
Right.
Discounted.
I never
use it your own deal.
I never understood that, and most of the manufacturers, Gateway included, will take back broken machines from, or damaged machines or anything from the retailers.
Right.
Granted, it does cost the retailer $5-10 to ship it back, but they'll take a broken laptop and refurbish it and put it back into
that's what I think
standards.
Apple does too with the iPads and stuff like that. Because I just recently had an incident with mine, and I took it back to the Apple Store. They give me a credit towards the same thing, but it was like half price.
Right.
And I'm like, what are you going to do with it? They're like, well, just take it back, send it back, and they'll refurbish it.
Right. Speaking of Apple.
Interesting.
Well, speaking of Apple.
Yes.
We had a question on Facebook the other day about what do we want to see in iOS 7.
Yeah.
Which I'm assuming is iOS for the full Mac and also the iPad.
See that it was a Future Techies or whatever tech ideas guy.
I guess they're watching the show. So hey guys, what's up?
Hi. And there's several changes that people want to see that I've read. I haven't been able to read a lot of it.
I think my biggest thing is
trying to see what kind of new stuff is coming up from Apple, and they were really not saying anything.
No, they're not. They're really. Apple's always been quiet about their releases. So
right.
I think the two things I would like to see, just because I got a chance to work on a couple Macs and Apples this last few weeks. One thing is like with the iPad iOS 7 is they got to fix some of these instabilities. Whether it's a hardware issue or a software issue, right. I have seen too many of these iPads come in with Wi-Fi problems, with video problems. Like you start playing an app and all of a sudden it blink, 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 and then it's fine.
It's reset, or it resets itself.
Or it resets itself. Yes.
Yes, I've had that happen.
Those stabilities, and if it's the app, fine, it's the app. But go after these app makers and say you got to make this better.
Which I'm surprised because I get notices every time. Time up, got a new release of this app or a new release of that app. Go
get it.
Go get it, right? And it's like every day. It's like not one day goes by and you don't have one. So I'm surprised that they have the inconsistencies that they do with some of these apps.
Yeah, and that's a shame too that it has to be that way too. But
they got a lot of great apps out there.
Yeah, another thing that I'd like to see with iOS, only because I still feel, and you know what, all you Mac people out there, you can love me or hate me, but I do try to spit the truth as much as I can.
Right.
If you got an iOS or a Mac, and the mentality of those people who own them typically is, I'll never get a virus because there is no such thing as viruses on Mac.
Oh my God!
And it's such
we know
bull.
that's not true last year. What happened?
Right. It's just so bull. So what I really would like to see iOS do and Mac do and Apple is put in some integrated security things to help, one, make people aware that there's those things out there, and two, help protect the users and the people that are being affected by these users.
But they have great encryption.
Yeah, I know they have great encryption. How do you get that? We have great encryption. You can't read nothing on our iPads, but boy, let me tell you, we can sneak a botnet in there.
Yes, we can.
There's something wrong with that. Just, oh man.
Some of the things I've been hearing people say, they want like make notes more robust. They want to make it look a little better than not that kind of bust.
Oh, sorry.
And of course, need I say it that Apple Maps, of course, they had that big problem with Maps and Google and stuff. That needs to be tweaked still, I think, a little bit.
Yeah. Well, really the handshake between Google and Apple really needs to happen a lot better. I mean, the handshake between, it took Apple how many years to finally get the handshake between Microsoft and Apple. So now Microsoft Office can be used on Apple.
Correct.
You can also do virtual desktops either way and be Apple on a PC or,
Which comes up to my next thing is the widgets. Some people want to see a little more widgets like the Microsoft widgets.
Yeah, like
they have out there.
Yep.
And kind of like the Droid widgets that they have out there. They want to see a little more similarity on the iPhones and stuff as well.
Well, and that's, here's what's horrible about that thought process. Okay. And this is what I can't stand. I really wish Microsoft will go back to being their own player. Okay.
Oh yeah. Right. Because now they're a follower.
Right. Right now they're following. Well, and Apple's a follower too. They're following each other. They're literally like, hey, I'll do this. And then you do that. And now they're just doing this. And eventually you will have Google Android, Microsoft Surface, and iPad that will all look the same and all work the same. And it's like, why? I don't like that. I don't like this. I want to have a choice. No. Well, we want to have the Surface. We want you to have that metrosexual look to it. Or metro interface. Did I say metrosexual?
Yes, you did.
The metro interface.
I'm just gonna let you go.
That's okay. But the metro interface, I'm great with the idea of the tiles. Okay, make it an option to turn on. But give me the damn desktop back the way it used to be, okay?
Yeah.
I have been... let me tell you. I'll tell you a little story, which is just horrible of me to even say this.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Well, I got playing with Server 2012.
All right.
Okay? Brand new server at work. I decided to get playing with it, and it's got Server 2012. Guess what interface it's based on?
I don't know.
Windows 8.
Windows 8.
So it's got the tiles, the metro interface, not really much of a desktop, and everything is hidden. Everything. You have to totally relearn in your mind as an administrator, as a server administrator. I'm going to have to get a book because I literally cannot find 3/4 of my settings, and they've gone to this idea. And I don't know who made this choice, and I don't understand why they made this choice. But in order to manage some of these servers, it's like PowerShell. You got to go into PowerShell into this text interface. It's like, oh my God, we got to be like Linux. You just type in this command and do this and do that, and then it supposedly turns it on. Well, how do you know it's on?
Wow, right?
I mean, it's
running in the background.
It's running in the background. But I mean, now you have to test it instead of actually seeing, yes, it looks like it should be on. There's no GUI. And it just blows my mind. Give me the, I will, somebody said the other day, I like Windows 8. I go, did you ever try Windows 7 by any chance? No. Well, what did you have? Windows XP. Oh, okay. Well, XP was a great, solid operating system, wasn't it? Well, yeah, I really liked it, but, why? And I'm like, well, because Windows XP was great and solid. Windows Vista sucked. It was such a crappy operating system. Then Windows 7 came out, and they redeemed themselves. Windows 8 come out. Now, granted, the core was great. I mean, it's fast. It boots in 10 seconds, and it's just like, wow.
Right.
The visual acuity of the whole thing is amazing. But you can't find poop. You just can't find anything.
Find what you're looking for.
Right. And I was watching the video on it the other day, and then I watched the video on Apple. Apple's always had that mentality.
Right.
They hide everything. Okay, we only want the user to do this little box right here. They've always had that. Microsoft's now following suit. So people like me, maybe you, I don't know, but I mean several people that are good with the start button, with the, the standard Windows interface that we've known and loved since Windows 95.
And they're bringing it back, right?
Not quite.
The start button?
They're getting a start widget.
A widget.
Which is going to reside in the lower right-hand corner, and you hit it, and it gives you the start screen.
Oh.
So it's like
similar, almost.
Yeah, it's not actually the start.
It's not,
button,
but it's close.
But you can go get a download and actually get the start button back. I know, but I still think Microsoft's taking a design flaw here and just enhancing it more and more. And I really think Windows 8 is the bomb, just like Vista was. And until 9 comes out and they actually fix this and say, hey, listen, we got to play to these people over here as well as these people over here.
Right.
I was perfectly okay with Microsoft having Windows Mobile and, a desktop operating system. I was perfectly okay with that.
Nice.
And the same concept with Apple. Why don't they break it out? And they got iOS for iPad and mobile devices that, is streamlined, faster, tiled. You got the Metro interface or whatever you want to call it. And then you have your desktop one that has more power, more
Mountain
usability.
Yeah.
Why aren't we doing that? Whose brainchild?
Why have we got different programs for
why whose brainchild came up with that idea where, okay, well, we're going to water everything down to the tablet thought process, and you'll just have to deal with it.
Right, exactly.
I don't like tablets.
I love tablets.
I don't. I actually like I like my Android, but I just my big thing is I find it not powerful enough to do what I want to do.
Right. I think another big thing that people want to see is like AirDrop or local sharing. I think you got a lot of people out there kind of jealous of Galaxy.
I think so. I think that's probably, well, that has...
the iPhone users want to be able to tap phones and share pictures. And
yeah, but the problem there is...
everything as well,
I think that's a wonderful idea. I think that's great. That should have been built in the first version of this.
Right.
I really think the other problem, too, is that local sharing with your networks and stuff. Everything has to be pumped to the cloud in order for Apple to get it and receive it, unless you put the Apple Share app on the device, which costs you money.
Right.
It's like, that's a basic network function. That is a basic user function. You're taking that away. Oh, by the way, you got to pay $4 for it.
Hey, they got to make money somehow, right?
Get out of here. They're already making enough money on those tablets at $500.
Bucks a piece, I know. I'm like,
or the minis. Oh, by the way, so should we do the dads and grads thing or no?
Sure.
Because I think I had... Whoops, let me find it here. Gifts for dads and grads.
You can do that.
And then I can go right into the other article, which is kind of dads and grads as well. But anyway, some really great gifts for dads and grads coming up for Father's Day and for graduation.
Right.
A lot of people are really buying a lot of cameras, and the Canon PowerShot SX280HS fits the bill. It's $299 right on Best Buy's website. Canon PowerShot SX280HS puts 20x zoom in your pocket along with Wi-Fi, GPS, 1080p 60 hertz video. And it's a combination of zoom, image quality, and extra feature makes it a great camera for buying for dads and grads.
Nice. Not to change subject a little bit, but I read an article, and I wish I had it up now. Somebody's coming out with a new camera that has no lens on it.
Yes.
Did you read that?
Yes. Actually, it's...
I didn't read the whole article, so I'd like to...
Hang on, I got to think of it. What is it called?
Maybe it's something you can touch base on with the digital Babel.
Maybe.
Ooh.
Maybe. I got to figure out where I'm going to go with that. I got so busy this last week, I couldn't do last week's show, and then I didn't get nothing ready, and I just don't know where I am with it now. So
wow,
I got to get back on track.
Right, it's been a busy week for everybody. Anyway,
I think so.
I apologize. I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's okay.
All right, go.
Another thing, Apple iPad Mini Wi-Fi version. Okay.
Yes.
$329 at the Apple Store. The Mini Wi-Fi lets you run the best library of apps in the biz on a tablet that you actually want to carry. Added bonus, you load free digital subscriptions of newspapers, magazines. You have physical physical subscriptions to.
Right.
And then binge watch all those Arrested Development episodes.
You know, I tell you what, I read a ton of magazines now that on my iPad that
I wish I could.
That I probably would never have.
I wish I could. You know what?
Before.
Google Play and Android, they make you subscribe to them. There's no free ones anymore.
Well, there's still some you have to pay for, but I don't think they're that expensive. I'm like $1.99 for a whole magazine. All right, yeah.
Yeah, but
pay. Okay.
Did you see the subscription though? If you want it for a full year,
some are expensive, some are not expensive. There's one in there that I wanted, and it's only like $12.99 for the whole year.
Now I'll take that. Yeah,
like really $12.99. Okay,
that's it.
sold.
Boom. Yep. Right.
Now there's another one like a Mac magazine or something is like $49.95 or something.
Yeah, they don't give you anything off the cover price.
No, exactly. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, not buying that one.
And I'm okay with the idea, but I mean, I'm still from that generation where hey, you had a cover price. And then you got a subscription price. If you subscribe to it and it was always going to be delivered to you,
right,
you could get it for a third or a fourth of the actual cover price.
And the other thing I like about iOS is that you can preview the magazine. You can it's a 100-page magazine. You can go preview. It's a little smaller version of it.
Yep.
But you can see what's in this month's article.
Yeah, you can do that on Google Play and on Zeno.
Love it.
Zeno's a neat app too. If you have a regular computer or an Android computer, and I think it's on Mac as well, it's a complete subscription-based magazine app that basically allows you to subscribe to magazines through Google Play or whatever, and you get your subscription. Then it's automatically downloaded as a PDF type file.
Okay.
And then you can read through it just like a paper magazine.
That's cool.
So it almost gives you that feel. Now they just got to make a screen that has the edges that feel like paper, right? And I'll be set. Yeah, right?
Paper cut. Anyway, continue on.
The Acer C7 Chromebook, $279.99 for a decent, it's really not that bad, laptop that uses the Chromium OS.
Okay.
The Chrome OS, that's basically a Linux. It's almost like Android, but it's based on Chrome and everything's internet based. And it's really a decent buy if all you're doing is internet stuff. If all you're getting on is surfing the web and stuff, it's really a great buy for dads and grads. If you're doing more than that, then this is probably not that good for you.
Right.
But it also has an attachment to the Google Store, so you can get other apps for it. Kind of weird on a laptop, especially when they design them for smaller screens.
Give us a call. Let us know what you're getting your dad. 220-0692.
Or let us know what you're buying your grad.
Right, exactly.
Now, this one's definitely not for dads necessarily, unless you're a gaming geek like me. But AverMedia Live Gamer Portable is a $179. Capturing video game footage is a tricky process until this device. Now, you don't need a computer, you don't need anything, you just need this device, hook it up to the HDMI cable, and then the HDMI cable back out to the TV, and you just hit record. And then you can just play your game, and you record your video game play as it's happening, and then you can go put it on your computer, download it, and then share it with whoever. So really a neat option for doing video game capture if you're trying to do tutorials, or if you just want to review or replay, or maybe
throw it up on YouTube. And
maybe you're a tournament player.
Right.
You can review how you did. Really neat product. I think this also will probably give you a little bit of a piracy thing too. If you think about it, hook any HDMI device up to that, and then an HDMI out to the TV.
Right.
You'd be able to record or get a digital copy of Blu-ray or whatever. Not saying you should go do that.
No. There are copyright laws.
Right. And then the last thing that I got on my list is a Samsung Galaxy S4 by T-Mobile, but you can get whatever version from whatever vendor. It's $149.99. Better than last year's predecessor. It's the ultimate kitchen sink for a phone.
$199 through Verizon, I do believe.
Is it?
It's like $50 more through Verizon.
Android phone. It's pretty much got everything for everyone. It's got a no holds barred type phone. Comes with your Google Voice, so you can make free phone calls when you got Wi-Fi. It really has a nice look to it. It's a high definition screen.
13 megapixel camera.
13 megapixel camera on the thing too.
Yeah. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, it's getting nuts.
Crystal clear pictures. I've seen a couple of people who have those already.
Right. So those are the dads and grads gifts that I thought were pretty neat. Do you want to do free app of the week, or can't you get to it yet?
Oh, I do believe I have it uploaded. Let me take a look here. I think I have it open already. Just want to make sure. Hey, and there it is. Sure.
Free app of the week time?
We can do that.
All right, free app of the week.
All right.
Who's your daddy? Now it's time for JJ's free app of the week. Free app of the week, baby.
Yeah, free app of the week brought to you today by the Apple Store. It's a game called Bird Zapper. Ages 9 and up is recommended. You got pesky birds have hijacked the power lines. Help Skippy the squirrel by zapping the birds when they are lined up, down or all around, just by swiping them with your finger. The more birds zapped, the higher the score. And look out for special action birds. Freeze them, tap them, slide them, zap them. 3 modes of play include Survival, Blitz, and Zen mode.
Zen mode. Oh my God, what would that be like?
I'm not sure, but the simple and addictive game will leave you electrocuted for more. So anyway, there is a recommendation by Apple that you update your device to the latest iOS version before playing.
Of course.
They also recommend that you close the game before downloading the updates. So
I just like the Skippy the squirrel piece.
Skippy the squirrel. Gotta love it. And
gotta zap those birdies, baby.
And that's your free app of the week, Bird Zapper. So ages 9 and up.
1 bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush.
There you go.
That's funny.
JJ's free app of the week.
That's great. I love it. So Bird Zapper, go check it out. Apple iStore.
Sure. And we'll see what we can get for Android as well up there.
All right, cool.
I missed out last week, so.
That reminds me, after the show, I need to show you how to do it through WordPress and not just Facebook, because people are like, where's the free app of the week? It won't be up there. Go check Facebook. It's probably up there.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, guys.
That's okay. Anyway, I found out this week that we have some fairly interested listeners, I guess. A few people that have been listening to the show regularly. So, there's just want a big shout out to the people that I said hi to this last week. It's just nice to know that you're listening to the show.
What's going on?
Hope you enjoy it. And if you don't, I'm sorry.
Let us know by calling in at 315-220-0692.
Or give us a computer question or talk about computers. Or you want to ask anything or you want to talk about anything, give us a call or give us a shout on email. You can give us an email at techtalkliveny@gmail.com.
Just say hello.
Go check out our webpage at ttlny.com. Oscar's been busy at the keyboard again. He should probably have another article up here this next week. Having just paused kind of makes it a little long. So.
Right. That meow, 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 meow one just drove me crazy, man.
Did it? I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry,
Oscar.
He does like meow mix. So
he does.
So, anyway, another big thing about, Father's Day and dads and grads is 3D printing. And here's 10 practical 3D printing projects. I happen to find this, I think it was PC Mag or Makeable. One of them was giving this list, and I really found this interesting. I thought I'd share it with everybody.
Okay.
And basically, you can go check this out. I think it's PC Mag. You can go check out 10 practical 3D printing projects that you can get the design for, modify it, and then print it, and then they ship it to you. First off, 35 millimeter slide copy stand for smartphones. So literally, it's a stand, and you put a light bulb underneath this holder. The slide goes in, then it lights through there, and then you take your cell phone and take a picture of that, and now you can have a picture of your 35 millimeter slide. It digitizes it.
That's pretty neat.
That is pretty neat. It's $42 or $43 to have it printed.
Got a question from one of our local listeners or watchers. Want to know if we got our chat up and running. By any chance?
No. Still, it popped up and it went away.
Popped up and away.
Sorry. Should we try again?
Sure. Why not?
All right. Well, let me get through this and then we'll try to get the chat here. Well, maybe I can get the chat real quick.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt anyway.
That's okay. Here, you can read the next couple.
Okay, what we got here?
I don't know.
We have a pen holder. This project for 3D printers with a build area larger than 6 inches square creates a rather striking pen holder, which I have not seen that yet.
Oh, the pen holder?
The pen holder.
It looks like tentacles. Like it's like a center stand. Uh-huh. And then, hello.
Oh, that was, nice
that was
music.
pretty. Yeah,
it was. I love it. It's great background music.
It was for a second there, wasn't it? But no, it looks... Do you remember Day of the Tentacle by any chance?
I don't.
Okay, a bunch of tentacles. There were just severed tentacles from like an octopus.
Okay.
And they were twisted around, and then they kind of fanned out into like a flower.
All right.
Okay. That's exactly what this thing looks like, except for they got holes so you can put pens in them.
Oh,
so it looks like a big flower.
It's kind of neat. So how about a guitar pick? Guitar picks are easy to lose. 3D printer.
B. Leo, man. I don't know if you saw Musical Viral Spryo last week. Go back and check it out. B. Leo is a bomb. Digital music. You want to talk about nuts? He's nuts. He's crazy. I love it. I just given him a big shout out to the bro. But he has he plays guitar as well, where he's doing that, and I bet that would be an awesome gift.
You could just like print out all your
picks with your own custom design on it. You could actually have them engraved. You could do them different colors. Yep, it's phenomenal.
How about a 10-hole USB stick holder?
I've thought about that.
Where you keep all them loose USB thumb drives, you just can print a 3D printer to print up a 10-hole USB stick holder for them. Right? That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Where are you going to put it, though? It would take up a lot of desk space.
Yeah, it would take up some desk space.
Yeah, I'm thinking so.
Probably
Make an adapter, put it underneath your desk.
There you go. Put them upside down. Have them like sticky.
Right. Yeah, there you go.
That would work.
How about a customizable iPhone case?
I was going to buy you one for Christmas, and then I was going to do one of the photos that I've done for you before, and put it on the back. But when I submitted the photo, I have it in the wrong color space, and I forgot to go back to it. So I'm probably going to try it again this year for Christmas.
Oh, that'd be neat. And we got how about an adjustable iPhone stand? The stand will adjust, tilt, holds an iPhone or similar size phones. That'd be kind
of neat. I thought that was kind of neat.
A little tripod kind of thing working with your iPhone. That would be. Oh, hey, guess who's awake?
Hey, Oscar's up. What's up, brother? Get on camera.
Yeah, come on over, buddy. Anyway, how about a what else do we have? Did I miss one? Force of Nature lamp. Did I do that one?
No.
A practical project that you can still artistic and as Force of Nature lamp more properly a lamp shade as you'll have it procure the bulb and electric components by conventional methods.
Now those are actually kind of like they have several different types of lampshades, but they're kind of like a obelisk. If you know what an obelisk is, if you don't, it's a square, and then it comes to a point like a triangle, like a pyramid.
Right.
A pyramid's an obelisk, but it's bowed, so it's kind of metro looking. And then you just got to buy the innards for the light underneath. But it's printed in a type of the type of plastic it's using is a high temperature plastic, so you can put LED bulbs in or even standard incandescent, and it shouldn't melt it.
Nice.
So
I like the LED idea.
Yeah,
it's gonna last forever.
Right.
Well, not forever, but for
for a long time.
Very long time.
Yeah, and they're cute little lamps. I mean, they're only about yay big. But you could put a bunch of them around the house and just turn them on and let them run on battery if you want.
Decorative pieces.
Yeah. I mean, you literally do, the lawn and garden cable that you can wire you can wire a plug on it and hook it up to your 120 volt, and then you just run it. You can run this cable all over your house and have a bunch of these and just have these obelisks just sitting around your house and lighting up your house.
That'd be neat.
Yeah. It's kind of neat.
You just change the colors of the lights.
Yeah.
Periodically.
Wherever you want.
Yeah. I'm in the mood for some red lighting or some blue lighting. Or
I'm in the mood for love.
Multicolored lighting. Anyway, did you get the chat up and running or no?
Yes, but it's kind of not
slow?
working. It's slow, yes.
Oh.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, we got Radar on here, and he says it's a great show. Well, thank you, Mr. Radar. What's up?
Nice. We got somebody in there that says that...
Caleb.
Oh.
Caleb? I can't read it from where I'm at here.
We've got...
But we got a question here. So, what is the best thing to kill apps and keep them from draining your battery? Usually just going into the settings tab will actually let you turn them off. If you got Android, one of the developer settings under the settings is to force close any apps that you move away from. So like saying if you're playing Angry Birds
right.
and you hit the home button, Angry Birds is still running in the background, which then will drain your battery or keep it running and so on and so forth. If you go under the developer settings,
right.
So settings, then developer settings, you can force close any apps that are open and that you move away from so that your phone is literally as streamlined as possible. Right. I don't know about iPhones. You'd have to answer that one.
iPhones, anyway. That was Mimi, who was our backup support there and getting us our chat up and running anyway. Anyway, with the iPhone, you could just push the home button. Everything pops up other than Siri. Or don't want Siri.
Hi, Siri.
Bye.
Hi, Siri. How are you today?
I'm certainly entitled to the opinion. I said I didn't want Siri, and she said, you can certainly entitled to that opinion, so I'm sorry about that.
It's definitely a fun app. I got to tell you, Siri's always been fun.
Right?
Siri, how old am I?
Anyway, if you double-click the home button here, it pops up on the bottom where you can see all your apps that are up and running in the background, and you just...
close them out?
Just close them out, yeah. Just put your
finger on it and hit close?
Yep.
Is there an automatic way to do it? Is there a setting in there? Or
you could go into your settings and turn them off.
I basically say shut off anything that I move away from?
Yeah, there's a slide switch. You can just switch it on and off. So
there's no background running.
Correct. So
yep, that would be the recommendation for iPhone, Android. I don't know about the Surface. I'm assuming it's probably the same as Windows. So Control Delete, or if you go to the right side of the screen, it'll bring up the widgets or whatever they're called, keys. I forget what they call them now, but it's a little kind of grayed out thing with some icons on it, and there's a little gear that your settings hit the settings. There's a way to force stop background running applications.
Nice.
So, and you could also get to Task Manager that way somehow, but I'm not really sure how off the top of my head. I'd have to play with it once just to, gotta love Windows 8.
Yeah. Exactly.
Ready to do round the tech? Or
round the tech in 60 seconds?
Yeah, I guess.
I think
we answered. I'm just making sure that we, answered everybody's question.
Right.
Hey, say big hi to Mimi. Hi, Mimi.
Hi, Mimi.
All right, so let's do round the tech in 60 seconds.
Here we go.
Now time for round the tech in 60 seconds. Are we ready to go?
Here comes the counter.
2,
3.
iRadio closer to reality than Apple and Sony deals. Sony and Apple have inked a deal for the iRadio to come soon. They're going to be with many competitors out there. Will iRadio survive the iFanatics?
Oh, they will.
Citadel crooks are still at large. The Citadel botnet may have been taken down by the FBI and Microsoft and all the players involved, but they're still out there and at large, so they could be making another botnet. They could be doing other things, so beware. TiVo settles DVR patent suit for $490 million. Poor TiVo. They basically had to defend themselves against a patent case through Motorola, Time Warner Cable, and Cisco. Microsoft touts IE as the most energy efficient browser. Get out of town, Microsoft. You don't got no clue on that. But they did post the settings here, and I'll read that later.
All right.
Your telecom provider is the enemy. Verizon was ordered to hand over customer phone records to the NSA, and the snooping won't stop there. Obama makes big push for broadband in schools. Great for Obama administration, great for schools. Slacker Radio unveils trend measuring engagement quotient. I can't read that right, but it's basically Slacker Radio is now tracking you, what you like, what you're listening to, where and how.
Gotta love it.
So that's around the tech in 60 seconds.
Woohoo! It's almost kind of like iHeartRadio almost, really.
Slacker, yeah.
Really, iHeartRadio, you skip what you like and what you don't like, and then it feeds you more
of what you like.
Of what you like, right. Exactly, instead of those that you skipped.
Right, which is basically going to be the same thing as iRadio.
Exactly. Can't wait.
And all those eye competitors. Did you like the way I wrote that?
I did.
Eye fanatics, too.
It's okay. Anyway.
I only got one more thing, so.
Did you give a big shout out to Vicky's PC Repair?
Vicky's PC Repair. No, I did not.
No. Desktop, laptop, networking needs. Give her a call.
1-585-489-5055. Good job, JJ. Because I didn't realize that one.
I had that running in the background.
Yeah, very good.
There you go, just in case.
Yeah, we got to get, we had a couple people post comments on our YouTube space about possibly sponsoring us.
Oh, that'd be pretty neat.
We got to come up with a price and negotiate and see what that is. So we might get a couple more sponsors. So
that would be cool.
That would be great. And then hopefully we can get more out on the net more and expand ourselves. And
that'd be awesome.
What's up?
What's up?
So anyway, Microsoft touts IE10 to be the most energy efficient browser.
Uh-oh.
I don't even want to read this because I think it's stupid. Anyway, Internet Explorer uses up to 18% less energy than Google Chrome version 26 and Mozilla Firefox version 21, according to the study. It was conducted by the Center of Sustainable Energy Systems at Fraunhofer, USA. Simply put, if every Chrome Firefox user in the United States switched to Internet Explorer 10 on Windows 8 for 1 year, the country could save enough energy to power more than 10,000 households. I do not believe that for one instant.
Neither do I.
I don't see that. The only big difference between IE10 and Firefox and Chrome is the color schemes. It's still being displayed on a monitor. It's still being displayed on screen. It's still switching the different things,
right,
and depending on what you're watching, what you're looking at.
Show us some proof.
Well, it's here. There's some. I mean, you can go out. Where is this from? Is this PC Mag or is this Maker? No, PC Mag. You can go out and look at this one. I just can't see it. I just can't see the logic behind it. And I wish they said more about the logic behind this.
When they got it down to enough where you can, enough utilities for the entire country for the year, then
maybe it's worth it, right?
Then let me know.
I don't know. I don't get it, because you actually look at browsing websites, and I mean, it's only within one or two watts of power. Okay, so like, Google is 21.4, Internet Explorer 10 is 20.2, and then Firefox is 21. It's within 1 watt of each other for standard web browsing. Okay, so I mean, that's kind of proof in the pudding from my original thought process that they're all about the same.
Right.
Okay, now where it gets really hairy-carry, okay, is how much processing power and energy use does it need to do Flash video, HTML5 video, and those are some big different numbers. So like Google Chrome requires 32.6 watts of energy versus Internet Explorer 10 at 26.5. There's almost 8 watts, 5 watts, 8 watts, whatever,
right,
of energy difference between the browsers. That still seems awful big unless they're talking about how much processing power it takes to display these things. Firefox comes in at second place at 29.5. So it's still it's making
trying to figure out how they're measuring this.
Well, I don't know. I mean, the only thing I can think of is how much processing power and how much electricity is needed throughout the computer
to fire it up or what,
to run each browser. So if it requires more processing time, like Firefox requires less processing time than Internet Explorer, because Internet Explorer has one major flaw,
right?
And that flaw is the toolbars, the add-ons, and everything that can just pop in for no good reason. So your browser can become very fat and ugly very quickly.
And that's not a good thing.
Browser, right. Oh, dear, I had a bad joke. I'm just going to stop right there because somebody will take offense, so I'll just stop.
Right.
But, Firefox has the same issue, but doesn't get it automatically. You have to really tell it to go get it. If you want to add on, if you want if you want Flash, if you want this, you got to go get it, Microsoft, if you don't have a plugin, it tries to go out and grab it and automatically plug it in. So, I mean, yeah.
No, stop.
If you're talking base Internet Explorer, okay, maybe it is faster. Maybe it's more energy efficient because it's more efficient use of the processor. That is the only way I can see where it says that that it would be saving electricity. But, you know, displaying HTML5 videos versus Flash video. Well, if you're running Flash video, you got to run the Adobe product on top of your web browser. That's not a good benchmark for energy use. You know, HTML5 video. Granted, you need to have the HTML5 standard into the web browser, which IE10 has, but those aren't good numbers for the browser to go from 20.2 watts of power to 24.7 watts of power. That's 4 or 5 watts of power,
right?
Just to display HTML5 video that should be and it should be integrated into your browser.
Exactly.
I don't know. I think I personally think whoever wrote not wrote the article, but wrote the study and did the study,
stats, right?
They gotta go. I don't know.
I think they need to give us a call at 315-220-0692 and explain themselves to us.
I would love to hear how they determine this too, because
they can even give us a shout out at TikTok Live NY@gmail.com. Maybe they can even write us and let us know.
It's just weird. Where are you going with it though? That's what I don't understand. So everybody should use Internet Explorer 10 because it's energy efficient now. We're now appealing to the. I'm sorry, I'm going to say it this way. We're now appealing to the tree huggers. You know, I mean,
wow. You know, you went down that road.
I went down that road. I'm sorry, but the environmentally sound, environmentally safe people. I mean, I'm right along with you to a certain degree. Don't take me the wrong way. I was just trying to come up with a term to reference. That's all. But you know, what are we really looking at here? I mean, now all these people are going to be, I'm going to say it again, all these tree huggers are now going to have Internet Explorer, right?
Right.
Are they going to sit there and be like, oh, well, I don't have to worry about Internet Explorer. It's power energy efficient, and I'm going to go with Internet Explorer. Forget Firefox and Chrome. Now all of a sudden you got viruses out the yin-yang. What happens? It's the same problem that we have with Apple. Let's not go that road, okay? You know, be aware. You know, use different things.
Problems? What are you talking about?
Get out of here. Apple does too. All apples do. They can get worms. They can rot.
Right?
I don't know.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. I just find a lot of this stuff very, very irritating. Under the sense that
there was one last question on our Facebook page that was from Future Tech Ideas. There.
Oh, another question from him. Huh?
Yeah, it was him or her. They couldn't wait to be able to just pay for internet and phone service all in one. What do you think about that?
Well, I think it's the same thought process as the phones. You know, your cell phones, right? Which is,
and I was wondering if he was referring to there was an article out there where they're handing out like free phones.
Oh, maybe that's it.
And you can get X amount of megabytes per month and
gigabytes. Yeah,
gigabytes. Excuse me. Mm-hmm. What did I say? Megabytes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mega, giga. It's all the same. Just bigger or smaller.
Right.
You know, I got a giga. You got a mega. You know what?
You always have to pay for the phone. You get like 200 free minutes a month. You get X amount of Wi-Fi time.
I'm assuming a prepaid plan. Is that what it is, or is it?
I'm not even sure. It was a new upstarting company. It's only been on the market like 7 months, I guess. So,
that might be interesting. We'll have to go look at that one up.
But you could watch your YouTube and your Netflix, your Amazon internet, all on this, and get 200 free minutes. So
that's not bad.
I wonder if it's going to force some of these larger carriers to.
Well, I hope it does. I hope it does because
Verizon,
oh my God,
Sprint and everybody.
Talk about anybody's cell phone bill. It's astronomical. I mean, if you just have basic phone, okay. Mm-hmm. Like I got basic phone. I mean, I don't have smartphones. Okay, I don't like the leash idea, but okay. So I've, yeah, right. I mean,
I know where you are.
Right, you do, and I don't like it. I want to be hidden for a little while,
Right.
At least when I sleep. But no, really, the concept is I have a cell phone plan where I got 700 minutes. And it's 3 phones, okay? It starts at $79. The minute we added texting to one of the phones and something else, it's almost $100 already. Add in data plans and everything else, you could be up to 2, 3.
We're there. Four phones.
Right, but my point is that that's astronomical. That's just, really, that's like, I understand businesses have a model, okay? Right. I used to use that same model. Okay, how much can my customer afford me, and how much do I fit into their life?
Nobody can afford you, baby.
Is that? I'm a dollar a pound,
You're
baby.
priceless. Yeah.
Flipper, the new gigolo of computers, right? But my point is that okay, so you got your graph of okay, this is how much I fit in their life. How much can they afford out of their budget? Okay, well, the average family in Seneca County is $44,000 a year. Okay, well that's 44,000, and I'm 1/10 of their, so they can afford me $4,000 a year. That's hogwash. That ain't gonna happen.
$44 an hour.
Maybe if it comes down to that. $40 an hour, maybe. But the concept would be is they wouldn't use me for $4,000 a year. They might use me for a couple $100 a year at 1,000 people.
Right.
I think that's the difference with Verizon just keeps looking, and Verizon, Time Warner, I don't care what big corporation it is that is selling you that needed service.
It's all a share plan now.
Right. And they're looking at it going, well, what's fair to us? But yeah, and I understand they got to make money. Don't get me wrong. They got to make money. I understand that. But, I think we're forgetting this whole supply and demand thing as well. I mean, if you're, the more you're selling and the more services you're selling, the lower the price should go eventually.
Right. You would think.
I mean, that's how computers work. How many millions of computers have we pumped out of there? Now we got computers that are worth $279. Come on. They used to be thousands.
Thousands of dollars.
I don't know.
Let's just see if I can find that article, but try to find what the name of the startup company was.
Mimi, Mimi says that's just the way life is now, Flipper.
I know where she's going with that one.
Which one?
That comment.
Oh, okay. Well,
just one of life's needs. That's all.
One of life's needs.
Everybody has cell phones now. Everybody has cars now. Everybody
got that, but but think about it. What if they did that to food? What if they did that to food and they said, okay, fine. What's the budgetary number for your family to have
milk.
food?
Look how big milk is. How expensive bread is. They've got to be doing something.
Well, I mean, they're slowly
screwy.
Well, that's inflation. I can see inflation on that. You go back 30 years and you look at milk from 30 years ago to today, and you'll see probably about 3 to 4% increase each year.
Right.
Okay, and if it's not that, you'll have fluctuations, but you could average it out.
It's all them damn techies are getting expensive nowadays. That's why.
Is that what it is? Get out of here. Get out of here.
$40 an hour.
I don't know. My point is, okay, really by the end of the day, well, look at your mechanic at $55 an hour.
That's even worse.
Well, how bad is that?
So
a professional tech who can fix your computer for $40 an hour versus your mechanic who...
I'll pay my mechanic because I don't want to crash driving down the road and kill myself.
Thanks.
I'm not going to kill myself on my laptop. I'll have to throw it away and buy a new one.
Well, then what are you spending?
We're a throwaway society, remember?
Well, I understand that, but then look at what the throwaway society is.
Long term, I'm going to get my investment
Do you remember Norton?
I'm going to get my investment back.
Shut up, JJ. Do you remember Norton?
No, I don't remember who he is.
You don't remember who he is?
Yes, I remember Norton.
Okay, Norton.
Go ahead.
Okay, I saw him the other day. Okay, and he was telling me, he's like, yeah, I'm doing a little junking, and everything else. And they're like, he's like, I was like, yeah, well, okay, well, what are you getting good? Are you just like scrapping metal? What are you doing? And he's like, actually, the vacuum cleaner business is pretty big right now. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, the vacuum cleaner. I just went up and down the streets of Seneca Falls and Waterloo, and I picked up like 25 new vacuum cleaners. Okay, and all that was wrong with them was the damn things was plugged. He cleaned them out, and they're perfectly running just fine.
Running just fine.
$70, $80, $100 vacuum cleaners.
Right. Unplug them, sell them for $25.
That's what I said. I'm like, whatever. Holy cow. Or even $50.
Right.
Okay, well, they're perfectly okay. Just I'm taking a little off or whatever.
Right.
Throwaway society. Oh, my dear God. I mean, that's a little ridiculous. I mean, I can understand if your computer burns up and the screen's all crap. Oh, it's $300 to fix the screen, but there's nothing wrong with it.
Right.
Don't get me started.
Anyhow.
But how can you sit there? I still can't get that. Okay, I understand throwaway society. I throw away stuff that, okay, my little Snoopy dude right here, okay, if he breaks, his head goes bloop and it's off. Okay, well, I'm going to throw it out, right? Because it's not going to fix it. Maybe I can't glue it back together.
You probably glue it back together.
Well, maybe you can't, because maybe the type of plastic. Okay, fine. It's no good. It's gone.
Make a new one with a 3D printer. There you go.
Right. Where did that go anyway?
Right behind you anyway.
Okay. We'll put him back where he belongs. I don't like to lose Snoopy. I like Snoopy. But my point is, you know, I can understand throwing something away if it's really broke. You know, I really do. But throwing out good vacuum cleaners just because they're plugged? I mean, really? I mean, throwing out a good computer.
People don't have the time.
Throwing out a good computer, all it needs is a new keyboard, or all it needs is just a reload. Come on,
video card or something.
I saw somebody the other day. Andrew. I'll tell you all about Andrew. Andrew got an i7 laptop out of the junk.
Okay.
Out of the junk. All it needed was a reload and a hard drive and a reload of the software. That was it. $100
$100
fix.
bucks. I would say $100 and done
for a $2,000 or $1,500 laptop.
Can't beat that.
No, but that's how
Good
stupid people are with this whole throwaway society thing. Oh, I'm gonna fix it. Oh, come on.
They're recycling. Come on. It's fall pickup now. Come on.
Yeah, but what if that laptop ended up in the trash? I mean, really ended up in the trash like it was going to end up.
Right.
Okay, now you're putting it into the landfill, okay, and it's perfectly good laptop. Somebody could use that. You could donate that to a freaking school for $100 and get it fixed. Hey, here you go.
Donate it to me.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
No, Bubby, it's not too late for anything.
What's he got?
I don't know. He just says too late for that. Laugh out loud.
Uh-oh. It's never too late.
Cheers.
Cheers. On that note.
Anything else you want to get me riled up about?
It's about that time.
It is about that time, but is there anything else you want to get me riled up about?
No, we'll wait until next week.
Oh, great. Thanks. Appreciate that. That's just what I want to say.
Not a problem.
Okay.
It makes the show more interesting.
Right.
All right. Anyway, you've been listening and watching Tech Talk Live with your hosts.
I'm Flipper.
And I'm JJ.
And we're a computer talk show on every Saturday morning, 11 to 12. We'll probably be changing the time coming up, but there'll be an announcement. We're out of here.
We'll see you next week.
See ya.
Out of here.
You've been listening to your technology talk show. Tune in next time to Tech Talk Live.